Wait, so now it's a federal charge because you missed your community service?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So what does that look like for you? How long is that?
It's looking like 6 months. Being treated super unfairly right now. I don't know. I know Donald Trump got some, big things going on. Donald Trump might need to come holler at, give your boy a pardon. I believe this whole federal case is definitely some bull. Like, no disrespect to the system, but this is NBA accounts. This is our own account. This is my money that, I tamper with inside of my account. No, I should not end up in federal custody for tampering with our own NBA accounts. I feel like we all have been victims under this NBA situation.
Why would you need a job if you're a boss? Why would you need a job if you're independent? Why would you need a job if you've been fucking a millionaire since you was 17?
Maybe that was my ego.
How much money came out of his account?
I'm paying back the $350,000, $380,000 to who now? So now I just give it to the system.
Prosecutor Broleone, whoever her name is.
I'm mad.
Welcome back and what's good? This is the Furious Robinson podcast and I'm your host, Furious, your curator of conversation, wordsmith aficionado, voted most likely to be trending down the timeline. Hit the like button early, drop a comment, sub to the channel. This is a Sick Times Media production. You see the planes. Sebastian Telfair lost me with this one. Him groggling, begging, and on his knees for Donald Trump via TMZ was sick and nasty work, brother. But in all of this, and the biggest lesson we all got to learn from Sebastian Telfair and the men who operate in this type of land is that accountability will always be your friend. Running away from accountability, living in the past, moving in ego is detrimental to your health and longevity.
Wait, so now it's a federal charge because you missed your community service?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So what does that look like for you? How long is that?
It's looking like 6 months. But,
Okay.
that's why you got to take care of your I got to get back on, get on top of my business. But super unfair. You know what I'm saying? My family, my fans, everybody that love me, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get this together. We're going to get it back right. But being treated super unfairly right now, I don't know. I know Donald Trump got some, big things going on. Donald Trump might need to come holler at, give your boy a pardon so I could, stay home with my babies.
Yo, this is nasty work, brother. Get off your knees. You, Terrence Williams, and a host of other NBA athletes defrauded the NBA for $4 million. Now, you got a $380,000 payout. Terrence Williams got a $500,000 payout, and he's spending 10 years in jail.
Oh, man.
Yes, he's in the slammer. They dropped the hammer on Terrence Williams. They gave you 6 months and you begging Donald Trump for a pardon on the streets of New York? Yo, Sebastian Telfair, we gotta stop, man. Like, this is getting diabolically disgusting now because they were comparing Sebastian Telfair in his heyday, not now. I don't know what this is. This is 8 years past his prime. He's no longer in the NBA. He made $19 million in the NBA, and now he's here doing TMZ interviews before he gets fed time. Because throughout this entire video, I'm going to give you key points on why he's a loser.
I'm mad.
Yes, I'm sorry. We have to call grown men losers. We have to point it out in real time so that other men can see it and say, damn, I should never do these things. Because cool, I get it. You trying to secure the bag. You go into scammer mode. Whatever, bro. I'm not in your business. You go into scammer mode. You get off. Cool. They give you some type of community service. What this man proceeds to do is ignore his PO, ignore the judge, and then say things like, they should have looked at my Instagram.
Basically sending a paper of the community service I was actually doing. They didn't care about the videos and basically looking on my Instagram and things like that. I just wasn't good with my paperwork.
I was making videos on working with Eric Adams. I was showing them paperwork on me getting signed to Love and Hip Hop.
Had an opportunity to be on Love and Hip Hop.
Bro, these dudes don't live in reality. They don't live in real life.
Everything on me good.
I can imagine.
Shout out Big Baby who's locked up right now. Free him. Free Terrence Williams. free the NBA players. Trump, go check in on my story, and you definitely gonna want a part of me. You'll hold me accountable and want me to continue to go do good, but I did too good to be sending anybody to jail.
Why don't you hold yourself accountable? Why are you begging? You literally on your knees begging Donald Trump to pardon you off 6 months. And then you want to shout out Terrence Williams and Glenn Big Baby Davis. Bro, Terrence Williams has 10 years in jail. Glenn Big Baby Davis has 3 years. You're getting 6 months. You'll be home before Thanksgiving dinner and you're crying.
They trying to break his spirit. Like, they trying to break his spirit, basically. Like, they trying to break his spirit.
I had to see what was going on. I had to really understand the mental of Sebastian Telfair, because there's no way you telling me you get a light slap on the wrist. You get a slap on the wrist. You done stole $400,000 from the NBA. And let's be real, the NBA has quality lawyers. If you steal from the NBA, which they did, because obviously the money that they made, they spent. Because you would have bought a good lawyer to defend your goofy ass from this health insurance fraud scam, but whatever, that's not my business. And if you don't understand the consequences of what's coming next as a man, you don't know how to mitigate risk. If you steal $500K from the NBA, you should be calculating how much years am I spending in jail, or how many years do I want to live in Cuba? Can we make a decision? It can't be both. You can't be in Vegas, MGM going crazy with the bread. You got to pick a side. You got to be in Guatemala. You got to be somewhere far as hell. But no, you want to hang out and have fun with your friends. Cool, blow the money wherever you like. So when I look at men like Sebastian Telfair, I have to really think, oh, this is something you would repeat. This is something you'll do again.
If you would keep on going through the hoopla, they trying to break his spirit. Millionaire nigga since 17. You understand? Trying to break his spirit. They don't like him coming in there like that.
Who is this guy? Why does Sebastian Telfair have his body double or his stunt double answering on his behalf? And this is what I mean when I say you have 100 million yes men in your circle. Because whoever this dude is on the left, I think it's his brother. Whoever this man is, he's not going to jail. You're not spending 6 months in jail. That be the wildest part to me. The yes men will spend the bread. They'll be on the yachts. They'll be in the club throwing the money. But when it's time to go to jail, I bet dude on the left ain't going to jail. I bet he ain't going to jail. So please, brother, move to the side. You don't even need to be on camera right now. And this is what I say. These dudes are very much living in a fairy tale fallacy, bro. This is a delusional land. As a grown man, why would you want your brother on camera saying, I was a millionaire at 17? Great. That's amazing. That's dope. But now you're doing 6 months Fed time for scamming the NBA. Where does that leave us? What type of conversation should we be having? You've obviously trended down. This isn't a trend up. We don't care what you did at 17. You're a grown-ass 40-year-old man. Can we get life? Can we get our life together now? Is it okay?
Therapy, drug tests, every Friday go check in.
As they should have. You out here scamming, bro. What type of life? You're not living the life of an upstanding citizen. You're living the life of a goofy. I get it. Somehow, some way you've fallen on hard times. What you didn't decide to do is tap into maybe something of a higher purpose and figure it out. No, you said I'm going to scam my old employer. Cool. Let's just unpack that for the average everyday person who doesn't know how to do math. If we all started scamming our old employers, would any of us have jobs? If Jefferson, if Gary, if Tim from the mailroom started defrauding your job, whether you work at the UPS, the Gap, whatever company you work at, if just lo and behold, they started losing 100K here, 500K here, 200K there, what do you think's going to happen to you? They're going to fire you. Something has to happen. There's a cause. There's a reaction. Sebastian Telfair didn't realize the reaction to the cause that he made from stealing all this bread was jail. And he made it worse. That's not even it. That's not even involved. He got off. They gave him some type of odd community service. Cool. He failed to do the community service. He failed to send in the paperwork.
Maybe that was my ego. They didn't count that as work.
Facts.
They wouldn't count that as work. So if I'm showing them income, they not counting that as work. They wanted me to go get a basic 9-to-5 job. So that's what my brother mean. Like they was basically trying to break my spirit.
Facts.
One, why is your brother ad-libbing? Why is this grown adult man ad-libbing your bars on flat? Two, so you telling me your PO didn't accept no W-2s, no I-9s. What Sebastian, sadly enough, fails to realize is your PO is not going to check your Instagram, brother. Like you asking your PO to watch videos of you and Eric Adams while you do these pseudo cosplay gestures around your hood. If you wanted to update your hood, that's amazing. But just do the community service as well. Go to the library or go clean the beach or whatever they had you doing. Go to the thrift shop and hand out items. Whatever they had you doing, do that as well as cosplaying your hood for community service. We get it. You want to be cool. That's dope. You want to be cool and be on probation. I don't know how these things work, but salute, man. They want to be cool and be on probation.
Stuck in New York definitely killed my whole vibe. Definitely killed my vibe. I didn't understand. Once I pleaded into the Fed case, I thought I was just going to be a felon with the, feds, and I had to do what they needed me to do, but I didn't understand I had to do it from New York City, which I've been struggling on.
Now I understand. Sebastian wants to go to Miami. Mr. Telfair wants to hang out on yachts in Miami. He wants to be in 11. He wants to go to Nobu. Nah, you can't hang out on the Fontainebleau. You won't be at the Nikki Beach brunch on a Sunday, brother. It's okay. Stay in New York and handle business. Sacrifice just one summer, one winter to elevate and build, but no, these guys are miserable. They try to do things that they know won't work. You're going up against the system as a black man right then and there. You should just understand, boom, let me move accordingly. Let me remove my ego. I've already stolen bread. I've already got off light. I'm on community service. I'm on house arrest. Cool. Let me not piss no more people off. Negative. Yo, Judge, go watch my Instagram. I'm hanging out with Eric Adams.
Why would you need a job if you're a boss? Why would you need a job if you're independent? Why would you need a job if you've been fucking a millionaire since you was 17?
Yo, and that's a fact. Why would you need a job right now when you a boss? And that's your body double speaking on your behalf. Go sit down for 6 months and realize that yes men killed your vision. The fact that Sebastian Telfair's brother can sit around and grandstand like this to me is insane. Why would he get a job when he's a boss? Because this goofy was stealing money. Did you two have the conversation or did you just spend the bread? Did you ask him why he had to defraud the NBA or did you just spend the bread? What's the point of a body double if I can't get critical feedback? I need my clone to give me critical feedback. I need my stunt double to give me real-time feedback when I'm doing something crazy. When I'm doing nut shit, let me know. Sebastian Telfair was a Lincoln High School legend, a street ball prodigy and one of the most hyped guards of the early 2000s. His name was buzzing right alongside LeBron James. The national spotlight. We had family ties. His cousin was Stephon Marbury, another hoop legend from the NY. So this is why it's nasty to me. From Brooklyn's chosen one to TMZ. Stop begging for a 6-month pardon and accept accountability. I watched the entire Vlad interview. I even subscribed to the membership. Sebastian Telfair is cooked and lost in real time. He was blaming the NBA, saying that as they siphon his money back, who is it going to? Because I stole it from myself. No, sir. You, Terrence Williams, Glenn Big Baby Davis, and a host of other NBA players stole upwards of $4 million, only netting $2.5 million. Terrence Williams getting $500,000 himself, spending 10 years in the pokey right now. Glenn Big Baby Davis doing 3. And you, with the unmitigated gall, with the umbrage to sit on TMZ and gargle, to get on your knees for Donald Trump is sick and nasty work. I hope when all men look at this video, they say, yo, they just look at it in disgust. Because I was like, yo, it's not that deep, brother. You stole the money, do the time. It's 6 months. And to have your body double here ad-libbing these diabolical bars was sick. But I gracefully digress. If you stand with Sebastian Telfair because you from the NY and you really want to see him be free and do whatever, cool, drop a comment. If you think he might need an extra 3 months on this sentence, just give him a year. Have him think about it. Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. This is the Furious Robinson podcast, a Sick Times Media production. Stay dangerous.